Madison Square Liquor Mart, that's where we are now. We have been in Morocco, short little trip in Mexico, and we've brought it all home for more Manitoba pork. This time we're making
pork loin chops with a delicious cranberry peach chutney.
Oh, doesn't that sound yummy? Where do we start?
We're going to start back with our whole pork loin.
That other piece that we cut off?
The other piece we've cut off from the sirloin end, and these are going to be our center cut sirloin chops, boneless chops. We're going to cut them about 1 inch thick.
Nice.
Okay, nice thick chops. Again, this is the beauty of buying a whole loin. You can play butcher, you can custom cut your own chops, you can do thin ones, thick ones, whatever your need. So in this particular case, we want nice thick chops.
And for the folks at home that aren't really sure what 1 inch is, we're
2.5 centimeters.
So it's about this many centimeters, there, or centimeters for those of you who prefer that.
We're going to easily get 4 chops out of this. You probably could go 6. The recipe calls for 4, so that's just what we're going to do right now.
That fifth one we can just make into little nibbly bits for
There you go.
For us.
And as you can see, they're really nice and lean. And you want this little bit of fat on the outside. That's going to give your chops some flavor. So don't be trimming that off. And next thing we're going to do is we're just going to pat them dry a little bit, because when it's dried, the meat is going to brown a lot better than if it's too moist.
That's a good little tip.
And then essentially, we're just going to salt and pepper them. So I'll do that first. Just a bit of salt and pepper on both sides. We've got some heart-healthy canola oil heating in our cast iron skillet. And these are going to go...
The handle of which you shouldn't touch.
Exactly. We're going to put
Without
these
one of
right in
these.
there. Watch, it's going to splatter.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to brown both sides of those. And then they're going to go into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven while our chutney is simmering.
Okay. Okay, we've got the chutney going now. You just let me know when you want that in the oven.
Yep.
Oh, this is just a quick brown.
Yep, just a quick brown on both sides. We might need to turn that heat up again.
That'll get it going. Lovely. These actually are very good. Now, I was going to ask though, is there silver skin on that or not? Not on this
Not
one.
really.
Not on the
The
big.
tenderloin tends to have some.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But from the loin, the tenderloin and actually the back ribs have been removed, so we're just left with the boneless loin. So we want to do those a little bit longer.
What would you serve this with?
Well, this is what I love about this recipe is it's so basically
Versatile.
it's easy. It's so versatile. Yeah. It's just salt and pepper. That's all we've got on there. So you can serve it with a chutney like this. You can do a pan sauce.
Did you do a rice though, like as a side?
As a side dish, absolutely. Side dish, sweet potato, nice vegetables.
Corn.
Corn, is that one of your favorites?
Well, I'm just thinking, pork chops, mashed potatoes, creamed corn. That was one of those comfort food meals in the winter.
Okay, so let's just assume that these are browned on both sides.
Okay.
And then you'll want to take that whole pan and just put it right in the oven. This is the beauty of using a cast iron pan, is you can just put that right in the oven and the chops will finish cooking on the inside without the outside getting too dark.
Beautiful. All right, time for the sauce.
Time for this
Little cranberry
peach chutney.
Chutney,
Yes,
there it is.
cranberries and peaches from British Columbia.
Okay, well,
We'll pretend they're from Manitoba.
yeah, we will. Yeah.
But that just goes to show the diversity of the wonderful foods that we have from Canada, and we really can't talk about a culinary adventure without coming right back home, right?
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, this is where it all begins.
Exactly. So we've made our peach chutney. The way we did this is we started sautéing some minced onion and garlic and a little bit of canola oil. And after, they get a little bit soft, after a few minutes, we've added cranberry sauce, some brown sugar, cinnamon, some nutmeg, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and some fresh grated ginger, a little bit of salt and pepper. And we've just let that simmer for about 5 or 6 minutes, just to kind of like let it boil down a little bit and get a little bit thicker. And then once that's done, we're going to add in our freshly sliced peaches.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you had some left over, that would keep?
Yep, absolutely.
Put it in a little jar
Yeah,
and stick it in the
keep
fridge?
3 or
That's
4
it.
days for sure. And then you're going to keep cooking this until the peaches are just a little bit soft. We don't want them breaking apart. We don't want them to go, you know, mushy or anything like that.
Beautiful. You'll see it in just a matter of a few moments. We'll be back with Al right after this.